going on, Ron? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm feeling good. I feel like I look good. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's coming together.
Yeah, so welcome back to another episode of Cultural Development. I'm your host, Rome the Ruler.
And I'm Nick Franklin, the social introvert.
And today we're gonna come with some heat.
Yeah, we got some.
We're gonna come with some heat, man. We're gonna be on some current topics and something that's necessary to speak on.
I agree 100%. Yeah,
because I don't want our message to get misconstrued with some of these other people the way they be doing talking points.
Yeah.
Because we here to actually talk about how to change some of the problems that we bring up, right? And talk about the root cause of it.
Yeah.
And to build that like a community. Right. So I came up with some. You know how everybody got their audience, they give them names, like 85 South Show call them 85 percenters and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I came up with our audience. We refer to them as developers.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay, the developers. I
Developers.
like it, yeah.
So, we refer to, we get some shirts and merchandise, like, you be part of the development, y'all developers. So
I like that. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, I like it. What's new, man?
Man, so good week, busy week.
Yeah.
We getting ready for this back to school stuff.
Yeah.
And so getting that going, trying to get the kids right, get the family right and also at the gig. But man, a couple of days ago, and this will get us into our theme of the day. I seen this ridiculous video of this lady, man, and she was basically blaming the government and Donald Trump for her being obese.
That was crazy. You sent that to me. That was crazy.
That, like, insane. And so, like, we're going to get into it today because I just want to make sure we don't ever sound like that. Like,
yes.
Again, our goal is to lead, teach, and inspire. Like, we have to address the problem, find out how we got there, and then come up with a way to change, right? So I think that as long as we stay that course, we're gonna always have pushback, and I love pushback. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. But that video, and we're gonna show that for you all too. Ridiculous.
Yep. Yeah, they definitely gotta try to drop that here.
Yeah, we're gonna drop that.
When people talk about black women being obese, I hate it because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't create. We are living in the Trump era. And look, those policies kill our people. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Like, come on, we can't go out like that. And the gist of the video is, like you said, it's somebody pretty much saying, look, I'm obese, but it's not my fault.
Because of racism.
Because, I'm obese. Those are the things that make people look at us like we crazy.
Yeah.
So, going into the topic, right? Mm-hmm. The topic is self-hate. Yeah. We got some quote-unquote influencers or talking heads that they spew all this. They hide it under black conservatism, but all they talk about is how bad black people are. And we can't get nothing right and this and that. And the people I'm talking about is people like Candace Owens.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Officer Tatum.
Officer Tatum.
Yep.
The Hodge twins.
Yeah, the Hodge twins.
They got famous being able to say the racist things that the racist folks always say, and then they could say, look, even that that little black girl, she said the same thing. And she got rich off of that.
Yep.
And the main point of that is when they do these when a person like Candace Owens gets to speaking, she'll bring up something that might have a little fact in it, but then she add that poison to it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And she'll go, black people on welfare and won't do nothing for themselves. I'm like, okay, are black people on welfare? Yeah.
Yes.
Some.
Yeah.
But the percentage is not where you're making it seem, man. Right. We're not 100% of us on there.
Not at all.
We probably at like 30% if I'm going to take a stab at it without having my stats here. But when she does these things and start talking about black on black violence and making it seem like all we do is kill each other, I'm like, again, let's be honest about this, okay? You're talking about poor people problems.
Yes.
There's poor black people, there's poor white people, there's poor Mexicans that commit those type of crimes. It's not just Crips and Bloods, right? There's Hell's Angels. Yeah. There's these outlaw biker gangs that we just seem to be like, That's not happening. That's not part of crime,
Right.
and we don't associate that with the crime culture.
There's Hispanic and Asian gangs out there too.
Out there wilding,
and they all commit crime.
So
everybody's committing crime.
So a person like Candace Owens, and why I say self-hate is because she cannot love her skin and her people because she doesn't love herself. So she can't love herself, right? Because when I look at you, I see a brother, whether we know each other or not. Like,
right.
you know, I gotta be like, yo, what's up, bro? You know, we all see each other. Hit him with the nod. Hey, what up, man? Because you know, if you see a brother and they don't hit you with the, you like, wrong with him. You like, he like Candace Owens.
Yeah, something wrong with him.
Something wrong with that,
or they got nervous.
Yeah. And so Candace Owens, she gets up there and, like I said, she must hate herself because she's attacking our people, right? And they're making it seem like that thug culture is our culture, like that's black.
That's black culture.
And also what they do is make it seem like her talking points are not, hey, this is what we need to do to fix it. She's speaking in absolutes like we're doomed. Like I don't want nothing to do with them, we're doomed. Like she don't want nothing to do with it. So unless it benefits her.
Right.
And what happened with her, she fucked around and found out. She thought she was one of them.
Hey, you know, and it's not my guy, but they not like us.
They not.
And that song came to fruition.
Yeah.
You know, they not like us. And it wasn't us. It was them saying you ain't one of us.
They told her.
Remember who you are, remember where you came from.
Absolutely. She is just a talking point. Like, hey, we need you to do that. We need you to say this because we can't say it.
Yeah.
Right? So they pushed her to do that. And the minute she said something remotely that they didn't like, they said, oh, come here.
Pull the plug.
You're going. You're out of here.
You're fired.
And then she went around doing that. She went to like the Breakfast Club and stuff. Did you ever see her interview in the Breakfast Club?
I seen bits of it. I'll admit, I haven't seen the whole thing.
You probably seen the clips when they was calling her out and stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, but she got put on blast because it's like, you're trying to come back over here because they gave you the boot. You know, so we don't want you, man. Yeah, we don't want you.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and stay over there, Candace. You can stay over there. Don't try to use our people for power because we're not who you're trying to make us to be, right? And then we can go to people like Officer Tatum, right? This guy, he spews hatred and he tries to say, I was a police officer for this much, I know the law. He be breaking down these videos.
Yeah.
He is such one-sided.
Yeah.
It don't matter what the officer does. Tatum is going to choose that side because that's his fan base.
Yep.
That's self-hate, man.
Yep. I heard him say only one thing, and that was when the incident a few years ago when and again the video was from when they did something together. It was like 4 years ago, but the officer that pulled the gun instead of the taser,
yeah,
he was like, she should never be a cop again. But that guy, it's his fault that he died.
It's great. He can't be crucial. He can't actually analyze it and see it the right way because he hates himself.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the skin he's in. He hates the culture, whether he was rejected as a kid or you know.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. I feel like you know, I don't even know if it's so much self-hate because I feel like they love themselves.
Yeah.
And they love to hear themselves speak, but I feel like they probably have hate for the culture.
Yeah.
Because the culture didn't accept their bullshit growing up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to be mindful of my language today.
Yeah.
Because you know, like I said a few minutes ago, I feel like I see Candace starting to come back to, oh, wait, what I was taught in school isn't right. And that's true. But like you went way, like I call it pandering, right? You found a group of people that would love you for the things that you would say, and then when you said something that they didn't like, they kicked you out. Now you come, like you said, come running back. That's dangerous territory.
But she did that for a minute, but she's back on her bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's definitely still back on her bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she had the guy Nick Fuentes on there not too long ago. Mm-hmm. Nick Fuentes is a devout racist. Like,
yeah, he said it on the show.
He's letting her know, like, no, and you are a part of it. Like, we don't like you either. Mm-hmm. We want complete separation. Yep. We don't like y'all. We think that you're not smart. You know, he's not holding back nothing.
Nah, he went in.
And for me, I'm like, how can you even stand next to this guy and have a conversation? Like, I mean, I get it. You know, you want to do stuff with your platform, whatever. Man, I've been busting him up in his mouth, man.
So, and you know, this is where you and I kind of have like not a difference, but I want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah.
Because I need to know what you're telling people, so that I can make sure that I'm correcting you and putting you on the right path. But that's like the educator in me. Like, I want to teach you another way, or show you something else. Like, don't get me wrong. Do I want to slap you? Yeah, I want to slap you like 5 times. But I feel like I have the duty to educate the ignorant.
But my thing with a person like Nick Fuentes, it's not like he doesn't know. Like, if you have a one-on-one with him, that guy's not gonna be like, oh, I never seen it that way. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, no,
like,
no.
So a person like, I get having a conversation with a, you know, regular person or Joe Schmo, but somebody who literally goes around and campaigns for hate,
yeah,
and racism, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, man, let's set up a sit down.
Right.
Like,
right.
Nah, dude, if we meet up, you getting hands. Like,
yeah, I mean, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
I think maybe it's not to educate Nick Fuentes. Maybe it's to educate the people that are tuning in when you collab, right? When you collab, I'm bringing my audience, your audience, we're coming together. So maybe I can give his audience something to go look into, something that may not be, because everybody's not going to say the things that he says as wildly as he says them. So that means that there are people that may have some reservations, right? They might have a reservation about, that might be a little wild what he said. I don't know if I feel about that because I have a Asian neighbor, a black neighbor, whatever. So I think it's not necessarily to educate that guy, but the people that are tuning in to our platform and somebody else's platform as a collaboration, I think we can educate them.
But see,
he's never going to admit his wrong.
No,
right.
he's not.
He's stupid.
And anybody, you know, anybody who is like actually following him, they pick their poison already, man. Like, it's, if you get to the point where you following a racial separatist leader, you know, that means you secretly at home like, I can't stand these N-words. I can't. You at work, you part of that hate group, man. You sending that man money, like, it has no place, you know, around us, like, because the way racism work is stupid already.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So if you dumb enough to be that if you that ignorant, go.
No.
It ain't no words, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no words. You know, I just, the dude Nick Fuentes and all that, for people to still give him that platform to be like, yeah, come over here, man, and make money off of this, like, you know, to put him out there. I think that's just it's disingenuous. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's it's hurting us more because there's people who would never have heard of him, but then he went to Candace Owens show, and now he done got 100,000 more followers. And people are like, I ain't never even think of that. Yeah,
and I wouldn't do it on a public platform. Like, I mean, I know I just probably contradicted myself.
Yeah, because if it's private, I'm putting you in that choke.
It's a tough one, right? Like, I don't want to speak to him, but I do want to, because his Nick Fuentes specifically, I'm speaking of, his base is young.
Yeah,
they're like college, and even according to him, it's college age kids. So that means that their minds aren't even, we talked about that frontal lobe, they're not even developed yet. Like, they don't have, like, Candace actually brought up a good point of, like, when you begin to have a family, like, you start to, this selfishness that you have, that has to go away in order to have a successful family. Like you and Cassandra talk about on y'all's podcast, the sacrifices that y'all made when she came down here. You had Naya, like, that comes from having a family and getting out of that selfish young phase. Like, you see a lot of women that are super liberal in college, super like women's right, Then they have a family, and it's like, well, hold on, I was young when I thought that. So I think those are the people that I would try to educate.
Yeah.
If I had a chance to,
I get that. I'm punching them in their face.
Like,
they're gonna learn one way or another.
Kids.
Yeah, they gonna learn one way or another. But if they the ones chanting with the,
if they still out there after they learn,
the thing called? The tiki torches. If y'all tiki torches, I don't care, man. You getting knocked out. You will learn when you grow up. You grow up. But hey, right now when you 18, 25, and you talking about, that'll wake him up.
I can respect it. Like I said, it's the educator in me.
It is, and I understand. And we both come from different. Like you said, yours is more education. I'm real blunt force, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my way of getting it is like, hey, let's talk. We talk about it.
Yeah, come here.
But let it get heated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then it ain't gonna be no more.
Yeah, see, that's where them episodes where I'll be like, Rome, you sit in the director room and
Yeah.
I'll have chop it up with
Yeah,
them.
you had to fly out there.
And if they act crazy, I'm gonna open that door.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna let the pit bull in. but like I said, bro, it's literally education because, you know, even the kids that I deal with are knuckleheads in the sense of the stuff that I'm trying to get to them, and they don't. It might not hit them till they 25.
But so, and at the same time, they old enough to go to jail.
They are old enough to go to jail.
And that's what we talked about before, like accountability.
Yeah, they got to be accountable.
If you don't learn, it's not my job.
Right, I'm telling you one stuff. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna.
It's not my job. Like if you come, spewing hatred, I can't say, hey, sir, first, but wait a minute, let me explain to you how systematic racism works. No.
Yeah, I
don't have time.
That's where it gets interesting. That's where those platforms of having those dialogues.
Yeah. And I do agree though. Open dialogue. Like I don't think you should take away Nick Fuentes' voice. He can be on Twitter and say whatever he wants. He should be able to go on YouTube and say I don't like this person. I don't want to do that. I say freedom of speech. Do whatever.
Right.
However, freedom of speech come with somebody else's freedom to the act. Right.
Everything has a consequence.
If you look at somebody and call them
out their name,
then
and then
you gotta be prepared for what happens with that. Right. And talking about like the Hodge twins, going into them, right?
Yeah.
These guys, my problem with them is they spew racism and hate, and I'm like, dude, y'all are not actually part of the club.
Yeah, you're not invited to the cookout.
You really not, man. Like you gotta figure that out one day. Like you're not actually a part of that club.
Right.
And again, some of them talking points that people use are exaggerated, right? So, like, we'll talk about the Jubilee thing, right? The Amanda Seals sat down, her versus 20 black conservatives. So, first off, Amanda Seals, not a fan of her. So, the message, cool, but the messenger that's where it's going to get mixed up at. Is because a lot of people already have a distaste for her because she been involved in a lot of weird scandals where she said certain things and stuff that was, just not tasteful. Yeah. So
see, I don't know too much about her personally.
Yeah. She's been all over the place. She always saying something stupid.
Okay.
And now she's all of a sudden becoming like, now she about trying to be like, Michelle X or something.
Now she's trying.
But that wasn't her thing at all. Like she was like a comedian doing stuff, and now all of a sudden she's like, all right, I'm here.
I'm ready to be. Extremist.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird, like that coming from her.
Yeah.
But anyway, her talking points, like I think she defended herself well,
Absolutely.
With them talking points. But some of the things that people were saying, like they were like, but there's black homes. There's so many fatherless homes, and that's really the problem, not the government. And I'm like, listen, y'all, we cannot sit here and act like the majority of black fathers are absent.
Or don't want to be a part of it. Or don't
want to be a part of it. Like that's not the reality of it. Is that a thing? Yes.
Yeah.
But we gotta also go back to where this thing started at. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So mass incarceration in the 80s and everything, when this stuff started, it was a problem. It was fathers getting arrested for a joint and doing 2-3 years in prison. Mm-hmm. Right? That's the difference. So we have to at least be real about it. Right, and then again, we got the welfare state and all that stuff that came through. So that there's underlying causes that people leave out or they fail to realize, were a thing.
Yeah, because it doesn't pander to their audience.
Exactly.
It doesn't make it. It doesn't make them sound like, yeah, I'm sticking it to the man or sticking it to back on the culture that stuck it to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And then we got stuff like. They brought up reparations or whatever. Mm-hmm. And what people keep saying is, oh, slavery was so long ago, get over it. And I'm like, dude, first of all, it wasn't that long ago.
Okay, slavery lasted for 400 years. It hasn't been 400 years since slavery ended.
No.
Like 400 years hasn't passed.
No.
We won't be alive when 400 years after, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a thing.
And then but people forget about Jim Crow,
Yeah.
right, and all these other things that happened afterwards that still kept people oppressed.
Redlining.
Right? It did redlining, all types of stuff.
Veterans would go to war, come home, couldn't buy a house in the neighborhood.
Yeah, couldn't get the GI Bill like the rest of the
Couldn't get it.
Right? So there's so many things that I think people, them talking points or them talking heads, they just completely leave out and act like, oh, nah, when they ended it and it just ended.
Yeah, they omit the long-term effects of things, right?
Absolutely.
Like everything has an effect. There's when we talk about an effect of something, there's a short-term effect and a long-term effect. You think of like a earthquake, right? The short-term effect is it's gonna shake, it's gonna knock some things down, but like you don't know until you go into that building and get into the nuts and bolts of it what damage actually happened, right? Just like a car accident.
Mm-hmm.
You might just see, oh, it's just a little fender bender, but at the end of it, the frame of the car is bent. Now you don't, it's not salvageable. The term for that is non-salvageable.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you take the car, you have to get a salvage title, which the car is really worthless, right? So like the effect of people not being able to own homes 50 years ago, 60 years ago. All right. How long does it take to build generational wealth? Generations, right? So if you got, if our generate, like my aunts, bro, they're still alive when they were born, and they're not old, like they're young still, they're in their 60s. When they were born, they couldn't drink out of the fountain. They were like, you met my aunts.
Mm-hmm.
They're not old. The people that's in their 60s and 70s, like they were alive during that time. So for if my family, your family, your family's from up north, but my family's literally from like Mobile, Alabama, bro, like this, the bottom of the map in the South. You can't build generational wealth if you don't have generations of people finding wealth, and it takes time.
Yeah, it takes a long
It takes time to build that up.
Yeah.
And so if you start with nothing, it's the starting line thing, right? Like if my family just was able to move into a decent neighborhood in 1969, but y'all been able to live there this whole time, you've had access to it, we're never going to catch up.
It's
long-term effect.
It's going to take somebody becoming an NFL player.
To go
over the board. Right?
It's going to take a mass injection of like cash flow right now, and also being able to manage that money. But we see with our successful people, when they get successful, if they're not careful, if they don't play the game right, they'll take it all away.
They'll take it from you.
Don't talk bad about the establishment. They will come take it away.
Absolutely. How dare you speak your mind?
Hey, remember, I'm happy, healthy, and everything is good to go.
Y'all can't stop me.
Like, I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems. But we gotta get there to get.
Yeah, no, fact.
But
these are the real conversations where we say, in my opinion, if you're gonna talk about it, you can't tippy toe.
No, you can't omit. Like you have to admit what happened, and to understand that nothing's gonna just bounce back. Nothing. You can't break your leg and then the next day get up and walk again.
Yeah.
So when I talk about trauma, when you go to let's say you do break your leg, like horrifically, like I'm talking about one of the crazy NFL injuries. You go to the hospital, right? That's the initial process.
Mm-hmm.
Then you meet with all these different specialists and all these people, and there's a process. There's a you go through the injury part, you go through the healing part, then you have rehab, then you have reacclimation into or integration into whatever it is you were doing. You don't break your leg, 6 weeks later the cast comes off and you're back in the NFL game. There's an entire process to get you reacclimated and reintroduced back to that field. We never got that.
No, it was just like
they just said, okay, the cast is off. Go. You're free. That's what you want to go.
And through some hills in there too.
Hills, valleys, potholes, ditches, trees with ropes on them.
No, it's a fact. And but those things that happen, or those people we're talking about, it's not that they don't have some valid points.
A lot of their points are valid.
It's not like they don't have some valid points. We understand. We speak on it. We understand that crime is high. We need to fix it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But instead of just giving complete criticism, what's the solution?
How can we solve?
And that's my main, objection with them is like all it is making fun of, criticizing, and hating it, opposed to being like, hey, why don't y'all talk about all the fun cookouts, the aunts and the uncles and the good times and everything? Because it's a lot of that. It's
a lot
mostly
of that. It's mostly, again, inherently, we are not violent.
No.
Like, how many times do you see videos on online and it's, a black person jumping up for somebody's defense, right? Or the humanity that, like, I see it all the time. We will, like you said a couple weeks ago, we will give you the shirt off our back, like, here, bro, have it. Like, something's wrong, we're here to help you fix it. Like, your car's broke down, you need me to push it. Like, that's who we are.
Passionate people.
We're gonna help you. Like, it's not in our nature to do that. Like, there's a town in Jamaica that they were they never was a part, like, they've been free of their own for so long, and so I forgot what year it was or how many years it is. I'm gonna have to look it up, and I'll have Neil put it up on the thing for this part. They've had 2 murders, bro, and I'm talking like hundreds of years. They've had 2 murders.
God bless them people.
Because we're not inherently violent. That's not what we do. Where, like, everywhere the violence has happened, there's been somebody's put their hands in it. Somebody's put their hands in the cookie jar.
Absolutely.
And so when they put the germs in, this place started violently, and then you just say, oh, we want to be peaceful now.
Yeah.
Dogs, fire hoses, whips and chains, trees and ropes.
Where do you think them guns came from?
Where did the guns? Everything that got to the neighborhoods was introduced by. I'm not gonna say it because I'm trying to be a grandpa one day, but it didn't get there. We didn't bring it. We didn't know how to get to Colombia.
No.
So the crack that was harsher, punished more harsh than the powder. We didn't bring either one. We didn't introduce either one.
No.
Somebody gave the recipe on how to make it hard, and then said, well, you gonna be
a real chemist.
Chemist.
They want people to think that it was some dude,
some
in the project
crackhead
that was like, if I mix a little bit of baking soda with this, voila, we got this. That was a chemist.
That was a chemist. Not to say that we can't be chemists, because we have some of the most brilliant minds.
But it came from a higher place, like a higher form of government.
That was introduced.
Absolutely.
It was introduced and placed in, because remember we talked about the neighborhoods used to police themselves. The neighborhoods used to have accountability. The fathers, the mothers, we've already proven that we can do it. And every time somebody puts the germs in.
Somebody put the germ in, and then they blame us for it. Yep. Now
it's our fault.
Like we spoke about previous, when we tell people hey, pull your pants up. Let's not equate our culture with just rap culture, with thug culture, and all that. Because people like Candace Owens, they're going to take that and they're going to say, look, they're all violent people. Like, why? Because look at their rap song.
Look at the song.
I'm like,
the music.
So we're advancing their stereotypes,
right,
if we don't combat it and show who we really are.
Yeah.
Right. So we have to be able to go in there and be like, no, that's not black culture. Let's show you what our culture is. This is it. 2 strong black fathers. That's what our culture is. Stop letting it seem like my friends ain't out there wilding out. They have jobs. They got families. Like
a mortgage to pay.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, but if you let them tell it, we all or
Nick and Rome are gonna go to the club tonight, and if somebody step on our shoes, we gonna shoot the club up.
That's the narrative. And if we don't have these spaces to combat that narrative, right? Podcasts and stuff like this, then we just gonna have a bunch of famous Candace Owens and a bunch of famous rap podcasts.
And a bunch of podcasts that speak on nothing.
Yeah.
Whatever rappers doing or whatever pop culture, like we're better than that. And again, when I heard that lady talking about literally blaming racism for her being obese, I said I don't ever want us to sound like that. No. I want to ensure. So like, yo, please, if y'all feel like that, if you ever feel like that, let us know. Cause we gonna have a conversation. Absolutely. And we'll address it. Like,
and now we gotta address the real part. it's still some dumb shit that y'all doing.
It's a lot of dumb shit.
So don't get me wrong. I'm gonna still criticize you. Like selling drugs is stupid.
Right.
Gang banging is stupid.
Doing drugs is stupid.
Doing the whole thing, that's all dumb. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it's cool, go ahead and sell drugs because the government introduced that in the 80s. Like, no.
Nah.
Okay. First of all, we understand
How
it got there, but what we're doing is trying to prevent that from being a thing.
Yep.
Right? We're trying to disassociate our culture from the negativity. That's the point of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And in order to do that, we need people to step up, be leaders. We need mentors. We need to show our community in that light, you know, as who we really are, instead of being like, nah, this just just how it is, man.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Yeah.
You know, like young Boosie or Lil Boosie, whatever. Lil Boosie going back to jail, man.
I thought he got probation.
No, he got another case. He about to go back to jail. He waiting for sentencing
Oh, dang.
for a gun charge.
Dang. But I thought he took a plea. I was confused. I was a little confused on that.
He took a plea
For a gun charge.
Yeah, but he's waiting to get sentenced though.
Oh, I seen it. The news thing. Did
it come out
It said
today
he
then?
got like probation, like 9 months probation, and $1,000 fine.
Was that today?
I gotta look.
That must have had to be today.
Yeah, because when I looked into it, I was like, oh, he took a plea deal. That's the.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I mean, he's been in jail a couple of times, so I don't know if that was
this latest one. He was just waiting for sentence. So I watched his interview.
because they dropped it.
No, not this last one.
Yeah, this case that he's fighting now.
Yeah.
They initially dropped it
And then they brought it back.
off of Supreme Court, and then whoever appealed the Supreme Court ruling and they brought the case back, they tried to add drugs into it. They end up having to drop the drug charges, and it's just a felon possession of a gun. But the feds took it from the state.
So either way, the details of the case, he did
Still
some dumb
happening.
shit again.
Still happening.
Right? And I watched him on Vlad TV interview yesterday, right? And he was talking, he was like, yeah, you know, I'm ready to face whatever. And he said, Vlad asked him, like, why? He's like, why you even have a gun? Like, you got security, like, you know, they can carry a gun and everything. He was just like, man, that's just how I raised, man. Like, coming from where I'm from, like, he just went back to being a whole bunch of like, man, like, that's just how it is. Like, you know, and it's like, what, man? Like, you are a famous rich rapper. You having a pistol, and he had security with him. So,
Right.
Why, man?
Right, like you're, and you know what? I'm gonna speak through the lens as a father. He got all these guys, right? Y'all got all these kids. Every time you do some dumb shit and get locked up, those kids got to suffer. We right back to father. Like we talk about Dion, who found the recipe, made it work. But then we got these other people who have access to the recipe, and it's like you're creating a fatherless home once again.
Yeah.
And you know, people gonna be pissed off about this because you know you can't talk about it.
Yeah, you
it's
ain't
taboo.
allowed to talk about Boosie.
It's taboo.
But Boosie,
but like
he does. Look, in my opinion, lock his ass up. You ain't no reason you should be going to jail that many times. It's actually pretty hard as a like
you're famous, like you already have some privilege.
He be doing dumb. He don't even have to drive his car.
Nah, he gotta have a driver.
Have a driver.
Anybody would drive him around just to be around him.
Come on, man. You got
all these celebrities, and again, like I know the topic is Boosie, but like we see so many of these rappers doing it. So it's like I don't even want to just target him. I want everybody to understand, y'all are doing the same thing over and over. Like you did all this to get away from it, and you're still doing it when you have access to better things.
But it goes to my point of we're still going to criticize.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about you.
Like, we not saying, oh no, we can't do no wrong. No, we can.
And we do a lot of wrong.
We do it, you know. So we're not defending anybody actions. Like I still, you know, it's still stupid.
Right.
But when you down a person like again Candace Owens or one of them, they gonna take that and say, I told y'all. Mm-hmm. That's how they are.
That's how they are. Right.
Because why is Boosie on the pedestal like that in the first place? Like why did we exalt him? Right. And you know it's. I mean, still comes with accountability, you know, as well.
I mean, if we're talking music, Boosie's that guy. Because I think people know his, like, couple little club bangers. But he really was rapping some like Tupac type stuff.
No, in Mississippi and Louisiana, he's
God.
Yeah, absolutely.
And but like lyrically though, he was that guy. Like he did it.
I mean, he wasn't good to me.
Did you like?
Yeah, I've listened, man.
Yeah,
It's just not my style. Like he sound like a whole bunch.
It's the Southern.
Yeah,
it's the South.
There's nothing intellectual about that man.
But there isn't. In the South, man, it's slow. It's slow paced. I don't mean intellectually slow. I mean it's slow paced. It's slowed down. It's more. It's a simpler way of life.
No, it is. It is. I mean, he could just say he said he had a hard life with music behind it, and he sold drugs with music behind it, and people loved the beat. They would be able to see him in the street, and they exalted him.
Yeah,
I get it. I get the formula.
Yeah, the formula.
I get the formula.
Yeah,
it's every time. Let me tell you about my life.
But when the formula worked, that's my frustration. My frustration is the fact that the formula worked, you got it, and then you revert back to the old behaviors when you don't have to. You an artist like a Boosie or some of the even like Boosie's not a Jay-Z, right? Like he's not that. But like he can hop on stage every weekend, do 2-3 shows and make $100,000 in a weekend.
But that's what he does.
Like,
that's literally Boosie like life. Like he be out there. He's a hustler.
He tours the South.
But see, the thing with him is his fan base is still all street, right? Yeah, they're so he performing at Boosie would be at a little club in goddamn Portsmouth.
Yeah, or Little Rock.
Yeah, like he be out here doing them little spots, but
20 bands, 30 bands, 50
the
bands.
streets made him, and he stayed a street dude.
Yeah,
like he will not leave that. He will not leave that street behavior. So that's a problem. Like it, and if he don't stop, he gonna end up either dead or in prison forever. Because at what point don't you grow? But like you said, going back to his accountability. He just was like, yeah, man, just how it is. Like I'm ready to stand on, take whatever. And I'm just like, dang, man.
I ain't trying to go to jail, bro.
Nah, I ain't doing that.
I ain't trying to go to jail.
Yeah, I ain't doing that, man.
Like, no, I'm cool.
Yeah,
I'm good. You know, like, and I think we still, like you said, we gotta call it out. We gotta bring it to the rug, and we gotta have to, cause. I could be critical of you and still love you at the same time.
Absolutely.
Still care about you as a human at the same time. Like I want him to do better. I want him to be a better example for the culture, the community, and for his children. Right? That's what I want. And anybody who doesn't want that doesn't love, doesn't care about him as a man and as a black man or as a father. Like father to father, I want to see him win.
Yeah.
I want to see his kids win because he won. We don't get up here and do. I mean, we do this again. We talk about it. We do this. We love what we do. But there's a meal that has to come on the table every night. Yeah. Right or wrong, the meal the food got to hit the table. Yeah. So we're here. I'm here because I care. I love y'all. I want to see him win. But the meal got to come across the table.
Yeah, and when you stop being stupid.
When you making decisions that take your ability to put that meal on the table, you're not helping the culture. You're not helping the community, and the most important, you're not helping the family.
Facts.
So I'm gonna be critical of y'all. I love you though, but you gotta do. We as a whole, we gotta do better.
Without criticism, we can't develop.
Nah, we can't. If it's not right, it's not right. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like that. Like let me say this real quick. Like sometimes supporting black-owned businesses. Mm-hmm. You hear that a lot. Love to, no problem. But if your quality isn't there, it's no different than if I went to the Chinese restaurant and the food was bad. I'm not going back. It has nothing to do with me not wanting to support you. I want to support you. I want to see you win because I'm not a hater. Like I want to see you win. But if you don't bring the quality in it, and if it doesn't meet the standard, then I'm not spending my money just because I want to. You got to come right. And the criticism helps you grow. If somebody got in here and said, yo, I don't like the way you do X, Y, Z, I'm going to take the criticism. I'm going to figure out how I can, and I'm going to try to be, if it makes sense. Like, if you just don't like what I'm saying, that means you're not ready to listen.
Because everybody's opinion ain't valid.
Yeah, and it ain't going, yeah.
Everybody's opinion ain't valid.
Most people's opinion ain't valid.
So, how do we stop the self-hate? and stop those individuals. We got to combat it again with putting stuff like this, the positive messages, the mentorship, the leadership stuff, right? The teaching in front of all that. We give a lot of attention to the Candace Owenses and all these people and all that, and a lot of negativity. Because again, I mean, I love podcasts and stuff, but when it comes to a lot of things that become popular, it's usually literally like about what rappers are doing what and this happened. Like it's strictly on pop culture. We don't really have anything in our culture that's about developing and growing and something you can learn from. All right. It's very few. So we gotta start showing ourselves in a different light and building a more. We got to do better PR as a culture, right?
That's a great way to put
We
it.
got to really start to go and combat all the negative and get out there and be like, hey, all right, we had bad press for years. We're about to change that. We need a PR person that's going to say, look, we're going to take pictures over here. We're gonna dress a little better, pull your pants up. We're gonna show more positive images. When the little girl graduates with all A's and the little boy wins the science fair, that needs to be the trending topics, right? So they can show that they do it too, right? If the trending topics is always YNL little dirt has been shot and killed in Florida today, and that's the viral thing every day in our community. That's what people are going to say. So let's stop making that stuff go viral, and put ourselves in a good way. Let's teach history, right? Know our history, so that way, when we do get the Candace Owens and them talking shit, we can be like, no, look, this is history. This is facts. Shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's do that so we can change this and remember to love ourselves.
Love ourselves, man. We are lovable. We are lovers. Yeah. We care. We genuinely care, man. And like I said before the camera started rolling, I seen Candace Owens start to, because now she's a mother, start to go back and realize like some of the things she was taught in school aren't true. And so even like with the Nick Fuentes interview, she's like, I don't agree with you. She didn't agree with most of what he said. The only thing she agreed on was the J word. I'm not going to talk about them because we talk about them, they'll cancel our whole channel before it gets going. I ain't going to talk about the people across the water. That's the only thing they really agreed on. But as far as his views on race and on us as a culture, she straight up said, nah, that's not who we are. And when you do that, I have no choice but to respect you. I have to give respect where it's due, because she didn't sit there and just agree, or, she not like fundamentally you're wrong. And she straight up said that, and I can respect that. An invitation to the cookout? Nah.
No, because it's like you said, it's cool. All of a sudden, you want to give pushback now? Like, no.
Right.
Nah. Go ahead, Candace.
When he said you're one of the good ones, I don't know if you heard him say that.
Yeah, but I would have been like, if you don't,
you're one of the good ones, like that.
And she having a good time, getting little laughs and stuff in here. I'm not sitting across from this man laughing and kiki and ha ha
and I don't think that regular people that make regular money, that got regular jobs, that got regular families, I don't got time to be racist.
No.
Like, I genuinely don't. Like, like, there's too much going on. Families got this going on, and the bills, and like whatever, like all the life is life, and I don't got time to worry about it. So like, if this guy over here has got a flat tire, he needs a hand, I can give him a hand. I don't care what he's got going on as long as he's not an asshole. That's kind of that's how I judge. Yo, you either asshole or you're not.
No, I would love for the world to be that way, but right. Sadly,
but I think I do think that there more of the world is that way, but we don't see it. It's kind of the same concept of us as blacks. We don't get a chance to see the good because it's so much bad. Like we as a culture, and I don't mean black culture, I mean American culture, we thrive on the negativity.
That's what it's about.
I don't think if you go to, like, I don't know. I don't want to speak for Europe, so I'll reserve my speech.
Yeah,
on
no,
that.
'cause they wild over there.
But the negativity, I don't know. I think that I see a lot of good in humanity. The system was set up the way it is. Just because you end this thing, right? Like redlining goes away, there's still going to be long-term effects. It's not an instant thing. Well, you could buy a house now, but we were able to buy houses, but we weren't able to get jobs and get the same wages. So we were still at.
Yeah, and I understand, but to speak from the standpoint I'm coming from is most people, when you take racism, people are thinking, oh, he black, I'm white, we hate each other.
Nah, it's not what it is.
I think it's more of there's bias. There's a lot of bias.
There's a lot of bias,
and whether they act on it face to face or not is different for them from people going home or doing little microaggressions towards other people. Yeah. And black people, we get the end of that stick all the time. Yeah, so it's definitely there. It's there. Just because somebody's like, hey, how you doing at the grocery store? It's like, look, I know what you. Not everybody again, but some people's like, we get it. Like it's still a problem there.
We can feel it.
Yeah,
no, it's a feeling. It's a feeling. You know what I'm saying?
And right now, the internet, because of the cycle of the new president and all that, it's an election cycle. Yeah. It is filled with this. And
it is.
The whole timeline, YouTube, everything is the Nick Fuentes is all this stuff. It's like it's a lot of clashing. Why you think the Jubilee thing is such a big deal right now? Mm-hmm. There is a literal civil war, and I don't mean physical now. It's
not a shooter. Like, it's not.
But there's a propaganda war, right? There's a subliminal messaging war, right? Like there's a lot of little memes and stuff that's going around that's getting people riled up, right? They making it, hey, if you pro-America, then you're anti-black. If you're, it's like a whole thing that's going on that we can't act like it's not happening.
No, you're 100% right.
It's really going on. People is doubling down on their stuff right now.
You can't be pro-black and pro-America.
It's really getting to that point. Like people,
you got to pick one. You gotta pick one thing that you're for, or one thing that you want to see do better or thrive, and that's it. You only get one choice. Like I can't want this culture. I can't want cultural development, and also want to see America win.
That's where it's going right
now. But like, if America wins, like the right way. I don't mean the way it has won. If things were to progress and move forward to where people could truly see their work, see their worth in their work come to light, that would be great. I would love to see that. I would love to see the quote unquote American dream be a real thing for everybody, right?
But because
that would be dope.
It has to be for everybody. Like,
right. If it actually worked, bro, it would be phenomenal.
Of course,
everybody would be thriving. Like economy, education, like all the things that matter, we would be at the top. That'd be great.
It would, but we gotta as a country stop lying and acting like there's no problem.
Right, because
there's a problem. There's a legit problem. Yeah. There's a divide, and it needs to be addressed and fixed. And until it is, it's just not gonna. It will never be this la la land that people make it seem like. Be like, I don't see that. I never did. Like, shut up.
Right, and you turn in the blind eye, and we had a file get corrupted, y'all. I don't know, we had a file get corrupted, and we're gonna have to redo that because we spoke about like the civil rights movement being a band-aid. Like it was a band-aid. It was never, nobody fixed anything. Again, it was, okay, fine. You want to like drink out the water fountain and do this and do that? Go for it. Do your thing. But there was never any, it just stopped, allegedly. But then there was systems like you can have the water fountain, but you can't have the jobs. You can't have the houses. You can't, like every time you turn around, there's always something, another barrier legislatively being put in the way. And we had a whole conversation about that, and we got to redo that one because I think it was important because we spoke about leadership and but again, like that civil rights thing, it was great. Yeah. It was great, but it's like turning up the music when something's wrong with your car. Eventually, the motor's gonna blow, and we're at the motor has blown. Yeah, it's blown. Right. We got to have an open and honest conversation. Why is it that when people from other countries come over here, the first thing that they're all taught Every doesn't matter where they're coming from. Stay away from us. Don't associate with us. That's every country. That's Asian countries. That's Europe. That's Hispanic countries. That's even the countries that blacks or melanated people come from.
Yeah, because they're
not allowed to be around us.
Again, it's a propaganda war that's set against us. Like we said, we've been dehumanized to the world, right? Mm-hmm. So it's up to us now to do better PR and put out our own propaganda, show who we are as a people. That's how we fix it, right? Let's celebrate the actual culture. Let's teach, all right? Let's lead, teach, and inspire.
Let's do that.
So we got to combat the craziness, yo. And until we do that, we just gonna be out here
the laughing stock,
laughing. Everybody just look at them. I ain't trying to be like that.
I won't be like that.
I won't. I'm standing up. I'm here. So let's go. This is the time, right?
Be a developer.
Let's get on it. Be a developer. Join the movement because it's a war going on outside. You ain't safe from it. You ain't safe from it.
Nah.
You need a team, right? You need a tribe to be with. So let's come together and fix this PR, this craziness that's been put before us, been put on our name.
Yep. Y'all ain't excluded. Remember that. You're not like us, and I don't mean it that. You're gonna FAFO.
Absolutely.
And so
I want y'all to definitely follow the Instagrams, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's start to get active, man, because we're gonna have fun in here, but sometimes we just gotta have a serious conversation. Because I'm seeing y'all see the boots on the ground out there, and I ain't talking about the dance.
Right.
So what's up?
They outside.
Huh?
They're gonna be knocking on your door next. So act right or don't act right. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all follow, man. Make sure y'all comment, subscribe. Again, constructive criticism. We're down to have conversations. Like I said in the episode, if it's wild, come holler at me. You know, I'm just messing, man. I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation, bro.
No, absolutely.
We got to continue to have them, and we got to continue to develop. To continue to lead, teach, and inspire. And I think that we're doing good work. And people will realize it when the time is right.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? They're already getting it, but they
really about it.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do what China does with their TikTok. Yeah. We're gonna have to start showing the best of us instead of continually showing the worst of us. Because everybody got a worst of them.
Everybody.
So I could go all day about this, but we're gonna wrap it up, and I think we got some special guests coming in.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap up the two of us, and we're gonna bring in some special guests for the evening. I think that'll be fun.
I do.
And I look forward to seeing y'all soon, man.